Okay, what's going on, everybody? I hope y'all can hear me. Um, Still learning how to use this damn app. Diddy, come here, boy. Talk to you for a minute. You know, many people have seen my journey, seen my trek, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, I've been asked all kinds of questions. You mean Diddy won't help you, nigga? Puffy won't help you? You worked all them years. I don't believe you. You did something, nigga. Nah, I ain't do nothing. In fact, many other artists and workers, employees, whatever the hell you want to call us, people from the marketing department, musicians, all of us, that not just Diddy, but other people in the music business, for some reason or another, and I always count it down, and if y'all paying attention, it's always with our veteran artists. You see what I'm saying? It's not with check this down for a second. It's not with, you know, one of the young boys, even though the young boys, they have their problems too, you know, the drug addictions and consuming drugs at one time we would have personally just sold rather than used. You know what I mean? Well, hey Inga, what's going on? I see you guys. I see y'all. I'm gonna make this so I can see it on the channel in a minute. But this thing operates a lot differently than regular live streaming. We always see our veteran artists sick and destitute or whatever, and I got an answer for that, the reason you see that. And more importantly, why it's going to continue to see that, especially with veteran artists. So this is one of the main reasons. You have a lot of guys that were signed into deals, and I know this personally from when I worked in the music industry. You have a lot of guys that were signed into deals. We're talking 15, 20 years ago. As they've signed into those deals, acquisitions happen within companies. New presidents take over, new companies take over. There's a litany of different things that happen with an artist and his catalog, depending on who his catalog is ascertained by, bought by, who now has ownership of it, what the points were for a couple of years. Sometimes people, they're good enough to get things and negotiate into their contracts where if someone does take acquisition of their contracts, and if you guys don't understand what I mean by that, meaning, I'll give you a perfect example. When I first started, I worked technically for BMG, which is Bertelsmann Music Group, okay? Bertelsmann Music Group is actually a German or Austrian record label, okay? Now they own a litany of different subsequent record labels all across the world, all right? If they're not that, they're subsidiary, what you call subsidiary labels and things, all kinds of different natures or whatever, which will take me a long time to explain to you guys. But basically, with Arista in particular, I don't know what happened with Arista. Arista was under BMG. Now, Clive Davis was the one that actually gave Puff his actual deal, okay? Now, the deal took Puff from a little small office, and this is why you guys always hear me say this, took Puff from a little small office, him, Harpierre, June Balloon, Malcolm was over there at the time, Sean Prez was over there at the time, so y'all all know what I'm talking about, that little small ass office y'all had on Third Ave. I'm so glad I didn't go through that. You know, a lot of people take homage and pride and say, I was over at that little office. I heard June Balloon say that before on some interview he was doing. Me personally, that's why I don't do a lot of interviews, because I don't want to get caught up into something or get into the chattering or whatever. So, you know, I keep mine the way it is. But a lot of these guys that got signed into deals a very long time ago. Now, those same deals now when they're negotiated are totally different. And, you know, you got a lot of guys that are knowledgeable, but let's not take it out of contention that the reason that they're so knowledgeable is because they've seen the mistakes of older, what you call veteran artists. Now, I'm willing to guess, just like a lot of the rest of the catalog that Puff had at the time, that some of that is still tied in with Arista, okay? Now, Arista, for the better part of anything, had some of the most champion artists. We're talking about people like, I don't know, from the likes of Whitney Houston to the likes of, God, it's so many. But these were all the people that Clive Davis at the time was in charge of their careers. Now, these same people that were in charge of their careers, for some reason or another, you see over and over and over these guys having financial problems. These are guys that were signed to deals 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and I know it not from just working in the music industry, but being directly in the office and actually being there when some of these guys first got signed. I was there when Shine first broke. I want you to understand that. I was there when G-Dep first broke. I was there when a lot of artists, Cherry Dennis, I was there when Cassie first broke. I was there, like, for all these artists. I wanna emphasize to go, I was there when these artists broke. You get what I'm saying? You understand? Roxanne, what's going on, baby? Yeah, I'm gonna get into it right now. So, a lot of people been hitting me. Plus, I've seen now two posts of Black Rob was put up. One post, he was in the hospital, and it looked like he was getting some type of treatment or care done to him because he's sick. Now, y'all heard me on my other live, and if you didn't hear me, go back to it. It's the one right below this one, and I'll tell y'all the same thing. He addresses that in this new plug that he just put up, a new video that he just put up, and he says, yo, I had 4 strokes. I just knew about the one. I didn't know he had 4 strokes. He's had 4 strokes now. Very dangerous, very, very dangerous. Not only Black Rob had 4 strokes, but I remember him talking about it before. Friend of ours, co-employee, June Balloon, which is Hard Pierre's cousin. Hard Pierre is the vice president of Bad Boy Entertainment, if you didn't know. And coincidentally, this was the last time that I had seen Black Rob, was when I was at Daddy's House Record Studio, and I was going to say Puff, but Puff wasn't there. I was with Flames Flow, known as Far Out Flow, produced all my joints for me. Daddy's House in-house studio. This next person after that was Hard Pierre. He was in the studio with us, and Black Rob. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck. What's the name? Had been stalling me for about 20 minutes at the time because he was in the other studio. Now, within the studio, there's about 5 rooms, okay? So there was one adjacent room, which is probably Studio B. Then there was Studio A, where you saw Parv and them in at that time. But there's 5 rooms in there. One of them wasn't really a recording room. It was a mix down room. It was very small. That was the last time I was with BR. The time I seen him before then was in Hartford, Connecticut. And believe it or not, Chink's Drugs was performing that night. RP to Chink's Drugs. So when I saw this video yesterday, that's the one that stuck out to me the most. I know it's taking a long time to get to this, people, but I want y'all to understand. When I saw this video yesterday, it really took me somewhere else. Because I said to myself, yo, this is crazy. BR, Black Rob, were one of the hottest singles ever, which is Whoa. Okay? Y'all don't know the single, go look it up. This man is now sitting in front of the camera, and I don't know if this is DJ Self's doing or whose doing it was. This man sitting in the camera talking about, yo, I ain't even got no place to live at right now. These are the things that happen, apparently, for some reason or another, with BBE artists. And nobody has a clue why. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me. Look at G-Dep. Look at many other people that have come through the doors. And I'm not saying, yo, Pup, it's your fault, or what's your name's messed up because of this reason, that reason, or the other. It's not even about that. It's more so about the fact that this is somebody that's part of the team, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And the way you got it looking out here right now, go away, go! Talking to this big ass seagull out here. The way you got it looking right now is crazy, B. Like, the squad ain't looking good. And if this got to be about the legacy of Bad Boy Entertainment, nigga, it looks horrible. What Harv got to say about this? Harv, you was in the studio that day with us. What Harv Pierre got to say about that? And don't sit back and say, oh, well, he said this, or he said that, or he did this, or he did. So what? You gonna watch that man die? You gonna watch him die? That's what y'all doing. Y'all gonna watch him die. Just like y'all watch DMX die. I'm not talking this coming from a position of a person who hasn't been in the music industry. I'm not talking about this as a person that's never been around. There's so many people online that talk all so much about the music industry and never been around. You ain't never been around us. All right? Stop talking about the music industry. You ain't never been around us. You ain't never partied with us. You ain't never hung out with us. You ain't never been to any of the events we've been to. You never been there when albums were breaking. You never been there when we putting together $2 and $3, $4 extra for somebody else in the crew to get something to eat. You haven't been around those times. No, you've lived vicariously watching the mistakes and things that have happened prior to the past 5 years, and all of a sudden you guys think that y'all are like some kind of experts, or y'all recreating the damn music industry. These issues and these things that we're talking about stem from like 15, 20 years ago. In some cases, some of y'all weren't even born yet, or idea, or a sperm looking for an egg. You know what I mean? So stop trying this dumb shit that people be talking. It looks real bad on Puff. It looks real bad on Puff. Real bad on him. I made sure that showed in the screen right there. Shameful. It's very shameful. But I want to get to something bigger. So I saw Boyce Watkins yesterday. And Boyce, you know, I'm 50-50 with Boyce. You know what I mean? But right now, Boyce on my cool side. He did a thing. He said that Puff wrote a letter to GM, General Motors. And I said to myself, I said, nigga, you got time to write letters to General Motors, but you ain't got time to go out in the streets and look and see if who's good and who ain't good and who's messed up and who ain't messed up? Huh? Nah, this is that faux advocacy. You understand what I'm saying? That's spelled F-A-U-X. Faux advocacy that's so apparent on the line nowadays. And that's what I get tired of. Puff, Diddy, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Look here, Skinny. Because you know I call you Skinny. Skinny. Listen. This man gonna die. You understand what I'm saying? And when he die, they're gonna highlight more of him dying than they are DMX. Because they're gonna point at you and they're gonna say, they go another one on the rock. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? It's doing a fucking pandemic and you like, oh, well, this person doing this, it ain't like that for everybody. Did you forget we worked for you for 17 years? BR been around as long as I had been around, okay? We broke Black Rob's first album, Life Story, okay? All right, we broke that album, all right? Under the tutelage of Sean Prez, Malcolm Miles, and James Cruz. This is a fact. Say something different. Say I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. I damn motherfucker say I'm lying. I love when y'all say, because there's been a couple flicks that have jumped online and they from Bad Boy and they be like, yo, why you telling them live? Why you said it like that? I lied. What I lie about? And then every time I say what I lie about, you mean by a lot of people remember? It was one time nigga said, he said, he ain't been around, he just hung around us. I just hung around y'all nigga. Nigga, I got pictures in the office with Puff on different trips and everything like that. Just hanging out is just in New York City. So that one killed me when I heard that one. So anything they throw at me, I've been able to dispel it. They got people from other labels that come and do shit like flag my channel and all that shit. That's crazy shit that I've heard. I had a phone call not too long ago from somebody that told me, yo, watch yourself because niggas is watching you. I had Sean Prez himself tell me, hey, yo, niggas is like, you know what I mean, kind of iffy about them videos you throwing up, da-da-da-da. Why? So y'all gonna tag Black Rob too for talking? Y'all gonna tell Black Rob, look, shut the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? You making the team look bad? Y'all gonna tell him that too? Huh? Because Black Rob ain't got nowhere to live at right now. Black Rob's sick. Black Rob don't know where his next meal coming from, it look like to me. And DJ Self, you doing all that filming, you caked up, giving some money too. I'm talking to you too, nigga. You understand? And don't act like we don't know you. You put Jock Quaid on. And it had not been for Prez alluding you to that and get in touch with you like that, you wouldn't be popping like you are right now. Especially with the Cardi situation and with Jock Quaid. Those are your two pivotal points to get boosted up. You understand what I'm saying? So don't sit there and pretend, DJ Self, because you the one that recorded that video. And I'm not sure if you recorded the next one, but I know Rob said, yo, you can cut it off now. You know what I'm saying? And judging by Rob and the area of time that we come from, Rob older than us. Rob probably got us by like at least, I don't know, I'm gonna say like 8, 7, 8, maybe 9 years. He older than us. You know what I'm saying? So that shit just broke my heart when I seen Black Rob up there on camera, but it reminded me of myself. So if y'all see ain't nobody coming to his help and to his disdain, then that just go to show y'all what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that have dropped in on my page that's part of the industry and don't even ask me, yo, do I need a job? I had 2 people reach out to me and ask me, yo, when I get right, I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Terrence Clayton over at BET. And shout out to my other man, Supreme, you know what I'm saying, for looking out too over CBS. Other than that, like, that's why I told you I'm going more into filming and stuff like that than the music. I'm gonna be releasing some music too, but I'm getting more into film because we got some shit coming along. So that's why y'all been seeing the comedy stuff and everything else. But right now, this ain't funny. This ain't funny. When I looked at Black Rob and I saw Black Rob in the condition where Black Rob was in, missing a tooth, looking sickly like that, skinny. Let me tell y'all, in all the years that I've been around this man, I've been around this man since 2000. Okay, and it might be a year, 2 years a skip that I didn't see him for whatever reason, but I always see Black Rob again. The very last time Daddy's House Recording Studio was open, which is Diddy's, what's the name, studio, was Diddy's studio, right on by 44th. He was in good health. He had just had the stroke not too long ago, but he was still in good health. He did not look like he looked at on that video at all. It looks horrible for Puff right now, man. I'm like, what's wrong with you, skinny? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You got to do better than this. You make it. My son said it broke my heart too. You have DMX too. They could have helped him or rehab or whatever. They did nothing. But now they trying to come out after he died. Let me tell y'all, it's always like that. Had it been me, they would have did the same thing. Oh, that's a damn shame what happened to professional. I'm gonna tell y'all where they get it from. I'm gonna put y'all on where they get it from. They get it from trying to emulate the same white people that they say orchestrate and oppress them. But there's one thing they leave out. See, if my name was Jeff and I had blonde hair, and I said this before about the Jewish community. If my name was Jeff and I had blonde hair, all I gotta do is find a blonde with a brown hair, and I'm straight. Because generally speaking, white people don't leave other white people in poverty when they feel they are a certain tier. And I do emphasize a certain tier. I would say that there's many of black people in the culture that do the same thing, but the except is, and this is why I say they mirror the same people they say to oppress them, because they only want to help their rich friends. Y'all ain't been paying attention during the pandemic? Oh, so-and-so bought so-and-so a $300,000 car. Wow, where the fuck you going? Ain't no touring going on. Ain't no gigs to go to. What you need a $300,000 car for? You know what I'm saying? Or like you, Puff, you took everybody, including Nas, who's almost a multi-billionaire, you know what I'm saying, based off his Amazon deal. What did you do with him? You said, oh, come on, everybody, you too, Mary, even though you're rich, let's go down to this island, this private island, don't wear any masks, but require that all the staff does. Nigga, you looking like a bunch of decadent, fruity, booty-ass niggas, man. And these ain't the niggas I came up with. The niggas I came up with, they would have never did this, man. What happened to Same Gang, man? What happened to Harlem, man? I'm talking to you. Talk to me, skinny. Because that ain't enough. At least I wasn't dying. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple nights I was freezing. Nigga, you know I slept on the train 5, 6 times. I'm talking about the subway. I slept on the Q train. I slept on the Q train one night, and one night I slept on I think it was the R, because they go to Fathers. They go all the way out to Queens. So you ain't got to really worry about nobody messing with you, because most of the time, up until about like 8 o'clock in the morning, it wasn't nothing but just regular working people or MTA workers. So yeah, I slept on the train like 5, 6 times, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody came to help me. Niggas was telling me, yo, nigga, go get a job. I know you ain't got no address, nothing else. Nigga, I dare you sit up here and ask for donations. What, y'all gonna attack Black Rob the same way? Y'all gonna tell Black Rob, yo, how dare you get on camera and talk about how sick you are? Huh? Self at, man. Where that nigga DJ Self? I need to holler at him. I want to see what people are writing. I want to see how y'all feel. I saw that too. Real fruit booty. You know what I'm talking about. Real fruity on that island. They looked real fruit booty. Y'all niggas look weak, man. Like, I've been trying to tell y'all for the past 6, 7, 8 years, even before I got fired. Niggas look weak out in the street, B. Like, you just look weak to the people. You know what I'm saying? I know you think you look strong because you think the money speaks for you before anything. But we live in a time of period now, Skinny, Puff, Diddy, where people don't give a fuck about your money, nigga. Niggas will rob you, Puff. I'm not saying me, I'm saying niggas will rob you. You know what I mean? I know you think you got all the protection in the world and everything like that. You sitting up on the hill. I saw you sitting up there trying to mingle through, see what Rick Ross had at his home, aka the X-Plantation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever seen Rick Ross's home? It used to be Evander Holyfield's home. Shit look like it's an old plantation. That's all it is. You know, nobody want to admit that. In the property is so beautiful, nigga. That's an X-Plantation. That's why there's so much land around it. It's an ex-plantation. Master used to ride around there on a horse. And y'all used to tend to the motherfucking cows and all that shit. There's a lot of pretending going on in these motherfucking streets. Niggas is out here pretending like they grew up with a silver spoon and everything else. I grew up better than half them niggas up there, bad boy, except for maybe Prez and 2 or 3 other people. And I do mean that. I grew up better than them. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, Puff, I'm telling you, I grew up better than you, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Point blank, period. I'm talking about before you got the millions, before all that, I grew up better than you, nigga. I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up with fucking fireplaces, jacuzzis, and all kinds of shit around me. This is a fact. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all niggas were poor. And now, y'all like old white men, like y'all like Mr. Burns on fucking The Simpsons. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's weird. Like, nobody else finds this weird that we're watching a man literally sell his story of he's dying on fucking camera, and the nigga that he was signed to don't want to come help him. Does nobody ever find it funny that I've been through everything that I've been through, and not one person from the team came and said, yo, he go a band, my nigga, he go a G. You understand what I'm saying? There was one person that gave me a significant amount of money as far as my donations and all that shit, and that was motherfucking, and I love to say her name, Annette Foster. Shout out to you, Chi-Town, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? Annette donated $1,000 to me, and I still have not spent a dime of that money. Even when I didn't have no money in my pocket, because I was like, yo, if anything, I know I'd go back to that. So I haven't spent a dime out of it. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, for niggas of our taste, our caliber, from which you made us used to, Skinny, Puff, Diddy, nigga, you took us everywhere around the motherfucking world. Don't you remember? Excuse me, not the world, but the United States. You took us everywhere, year after year after year after year after year, drinking the best, sipping the best, staying in the best rooms, getting paid good money, motherfucker drinking the best, all that shit. And now doing under COVID-19, we should just do what you do. Pop the trunk and sell some CDs? The fuck are you talking about, bro? You gotta talk to me, Skinny. You gotta talk to me. Now, there's always, I don't know Black Rob for being no sucker nigga. Never, ever, when I've been around him, has he been some sucker. So it's something that seems in contention here. I'll call you back, my friend. I got a phone call. It's something that sits in contention here, and the weird thing about it is this. I can't for the life of me understand why, one, Black Rob has to get on camera for somebody to listen to him. 2, how come more people listening to him that's in the industry that's out here buying 30,000? I saw where Cardi B went and bought her daughter all kinds of shit, and I'm not trying to tell nobody how to take care of their daughter, but I'm like, yo, baby girl, you could have bought all that shit, but you ain't have to flash that shit doing right now? Like, what's wrong with y'all? $300,000 to buy a new car. $50,000 shopping sprees or whatever. And to Cardi's defense, Cardi went out in the hood and handed out jackets and everything. I remember she did that in 2018 in Brooklyn. 2019, she did something similar. So I don't want to take that away from her. She is philanthropic. But I'm not talking about Cardi B right now, because Cardi B is placed apart. And once again, Cardi B is a part of that new regimen of new artists that looked at these same adult artists. They don't know how they're viewed. You understand what I'm saying? These veteran artists don't know how they're viewed. A lot of these new artists came in the game not liking you. You understand what I'm saying? And through the deals and bids and futures and you know, I want to be on this song and that song or whatever, they somehow navigate themselves through it. I'm telling y'all how it really go. So you can come into, now all these niggas get online, they be guessing or whatever. I actually worked in the music business for 17 years for Bad Boy Entertainment. There's no, outside of Jay, there's nobody better than my boss as far as that game went. You know what I'm saying? So I give you that much, Skinny. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you did it. But these are not them times. And a lot of these younger artists, they come in the game and they already don't like these older artists. I don't like Jay-Z. I don't like Puff. I don't like Baby. I don't like even Wayne. We see the hate on Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember what happened between Wayne and Young Thug early in his career? If y'all needed some examples. You understand? Like, it's so many people that come into the what's the name and they get an interview with an artist that was popping 10, 15 years ago, and they think they got the secrets of the deal. Those are ones that already have preordained what they're gonna tell you from the jump. You understand what I'm saying? And I know this because we're press ready. We were taught that. Always be press ready. Before this YouTube shit started, I'm talking about 20 years ago they had us press ready. I didn't did interviews when Puff was at court. Tell me I'm lying. When you was at court, we got interviewed by Sway by MTV. The archive footage is still up for that. We got interviewed by NBC, CBS, and Fox News. Which on Fox News, Nick came across the street and was like, yo, why you say that right there? I was in front of the MTV building. Remember that? Dennis, you the one that came up and said that to me, Dennis. Little short Dennis, brown skinned Dennis. You know me, right, Dennis? I used to hang out in the office every day. Anyway, these artists come in and they already don't like these older artists. And they think that these young artists, they could come in, they could say whatever they want to them, throwing that old charm they was throwing on 10, 15 years ago, you know, the smile of the devil. You know what I'm talking about, Skinny? These young artists, they only do the same thing that they were once doing themselves, which is using them. Yeah, I use you for a feature. Sure, you could be in my video. Sure, you could be over here. Sure, you could be right there. Sure. But nigga, I don't fuck with you. Anybody remember when Future said that old bitch nigga Puff? Remember when Future said that? Y'all remember when Future said that shit? I remember. I never shit the people that said about Jay-Z over and over and over again. I never shit people that said about Baby. We all know that. That nigga don't pay none of his artists. Does this tune sound familiar? These guys, and I'll say it again, none of them grew up like me. None of them. In fact, the whole decadence and the whole I got money thing is quite relatively new to them. You understand what I'm saying? In the abundance they have it right now. So you talk all this shit about the people and helping the people and all this good fly shit, but are you really helping the people or are you helping yourself? Because the only thing I see is Black Rob on camera, missing a tooth, looking damn near malnourished. I ain't never seen Black Rob look like that. And nigga, ain't nobody give a call, whatever. And I really want to point out this. I seen about, and I'm going to say roughly about 20, 30 people that I knew on that DJ Cell post. And I'm not exaggerating. I saw about 10 or 30 people on there, especially 3 of them that was damn near with me every day. And I'd say 5 of them that I talk to now to this day. They at least have the balls and then do like everybody else did, try to separate themselves from me till I get right. Oh, nigga, I'm going to get right. Trust me, I'm going to get right. And I know what the purpose of this was. And that's what I'm going to lead y'all into right now so y'all understand this, and I'm going to get up off here because I got some other things to talk about today too. So don't have no threat. We back live. We back addressing shit. You understand? Because this hurt my heart because I know this man. I don't know this man like he my best friend, but I've been around this man for years. I promoted his first album, and the second joint that he had come out to, we promoted that. Huh? Tell Sean Press, Malcolm Miles over at Young Money, Cash Money, tell you something different. Tell James Cruz, tell you something different. Huh? Huh? I need y'all attention real quick, man, because we talking real talk on here. I ain't talking no bullshit or whatever. When I saw this video, it mirrored me. Except that I'm not in that destitute as far as health-wise, thank God. It made me realize myself. It made me come to contention that maybe God was showing me that video to say, no, you ain't wrong. Because for a minute, I thought I was wrong I said, well, maybe I shouldn't have came so hard, but I didn't. I told nigga, I said, don't ask me nothing about this man's family. I was talking about Skinny, Puff. I said, don't ask me nothing about Kim Porter. I'm not doing no interviews, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we were taught to be press ready by him. By him. What's the number 1 rule, Paul? Don't talk too much. Ain't that right, Skinny? So I talked about what addressed me. Right now, this shit addressed me, man. And I don't like how Black Rob look. Let's see what the people got to say. That's all I'm worried about the people. But they have plenty to give away. They damn sure do. They should give more back to the communities. I understand that, but what I'm saying is, even if you choose not to give back to the community, because everybody's not like that, and I understand that too. You know what I may do if I had close to $1 billion versus what Puff might do with his $1 billion is very different. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a way that I could go through my whole community, and if I was a billionaire, I could literally give everybody $20,000 each that's of color in my neighborhood. Not everybody that's out there, because everybody out there don't deserve $20,000 each. You get some niggas $20,000, they'll find a way to take out everybody on the block. That's not what I'm saying. That's stupid. But what I'm saying is people that you know are in need, ex-employees, people that like. There was a thing that Puff took out a long time ago. It was in the Source magazine. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm taking my gloves off. He had taken out an ad in the Source magazine, and for some reason or another, a few of our names were omitted from that, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It all goes by whose name was told to him. You know what I'm saying? You don't think I knew that, right? But long story short, and I'm talking about the names that were told to Puff or whoever. It might have been Madeline that may have done that list too. I'm not sure, so I don't want to say too much. But I say this much, man. I'm hoping it don't take up the Black Rob dying for y'all to actually see what I'm saying right now and to actually understand what I mean. But when I saw that video, Black Rob, I said, yo, that remind me of myself, man. You know, that remind me of myself. This morning, I got 4 rap tracks in my room right now because it's bugs. It's not bugs. It's mice in there, and there's mice in the whole entire hotel now. You know, and that's a regular thing here in Connecticut. You know, mice come up. They bury themselves during the winter. But when I saw this shit with Black Rob, I said, damn, man. Maybe things ain't that bad for me. Maybe you know whatever. But son. If we don't help people like Black Rob, we don't help people like me or whatever, I'm still waiting. Now these niggas told me I got an appointment or whatever coming, but that could be whenever. In less than 30 days is my birthday. You know what I mean? Yeah, less than 30 days, May 14th is my birthday. Today's April 13th. My mama's birthday coming up on the 17th. I ain't got nothing to give her. You know what I'm saying? Me and my mom don't have the best relationship. My father's dead, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's got to be something different in the culture, in the community, or whatever, as far as how we look out for one another, how we take care of one another, whatever. Because when shit was happening to me, ain't nobody give a fuck. Ain't nobody give a fuck. Even though niggas would make phone calls, y'all out here, you know what I'm saying, what he's saying now. I heard about all of it. What y'all think I stopped talking to everybody in the industry? Huh? A lot of y'all not going to understand what I'm talking about because y'all never had the experience, and I understand that and I respect that. But for those that do listen to this and do know what we've been through, and a lot of us know exactly what I was talking about, especially on the top of this when I was talking about a lot of people that were in deals 10, 15 years ago, they were in deals with 3, 4, 5 entities. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning Puff, then BMG, then Arista, which Puff was assigned to and was our distributor, 1540 Broadway, yes sir. Which later on ended up being for a minute. You were distributed by Atlantic, then you started being distributed by Interscope, and now you got this deal with motherfucking with some boys that I don't even say them because they worthless to me too. Because the pure simple fact, I had Bobby Smurda up there and I had them boys on the table dancing, and then y'all turn around and won't get him out of jail for a measly $1 million when the average artist make $1 million. You understand what I'm saying? Many of y'all don't know this, but when we was doing physical properties or physical CDs, they shipped the motherfucking, what's the names, out platinum. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, however amount that it makes distributed across the country to make up a platinum sale or a platinum artist, that's how they would ship out the physical units. So they would ship out the CDs with those numbers. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes it would include, I'm pretty sure many of y'all heard it before, actual people from the staff, going to rebuy things or whatever, because it counts as a number. You see what I'm saying? By IRAA. So IRAA, if y'all guys don't know, they are in charge of the Grammys and the counting of the Grammys or whatever, and they send out the invitations at the end of the year for both you to be there in attendance and to vote, actually. They send them out to everybody in the industry. Anybody tell me I'm saying something different, then check me on it. Check me on it. All right? I'll even go further. A lot of your black CEOs, this is where the hypocrisy come into it. A lot of your black CEOs and quote unquote big timers. And these motherfuckers ain't big time. These are some niggas with a couple dollars. You understand what I'm saying? I know the difference. I know the difference between a man of tier and relevance versus a nigga with a couple dollars. There's a big difference. I've been around niggas with a couple dollars all my life. You know what I'm saying? I done seen white men with a couple dollars say to guys. I know very easily how to distinct the motherfucker that ain't never had nothing now to somebody that has something to want to show off in front of everybody. The time to show off is old, my nigga. That's some 90s shit. This is 2021. Don't nobody give a fuck about you showing off. These niggas will rob you. These niggas will get you, my nigga. Trust me, especially these young boys, they don't give a fuck. They done ran up in French house twice. Huh? Huh? You don't remember that? They done ran up in the French house twice after he moved. They still running up in French Montana's house out there in California. Tell me I'm lying, French. I was part of your first campaign too. And before you got signed, you was in motherfucker, what's the name, New London, Connecticut. Well, who? My mans and them that got popped with all them guns. Remember that? Remember China? They out now. Come on, man. Dame Grease, you was there. What's up, Harlem? You was there. Y'all pulled up in New London, Connecticut. That was when you was still doing the mixtapes. My mans and them hired you. I was there. Okay, Chinks was there early. All of them were there that night. I ain't telling no lies. And if I'm lying, check me. Check me if I'm lying. That's why I tell niggas, if I'm lying, check me. But I'm not lying. And I'm tired of the lies that y'all telling, trying to keep y'all popularity up while everybody else paid motherfucking victim to your popularity. This man is dying. And if you sit there and watch this man die and just sit there and pretend like ain't nothing going on, then want to give him praises from your bed or your pool or the back of the Maybach or something, nigga, you ain't shit. You going straight to hell. All right? I don't hate you. But nigga, I don't like your actions. And your actions sent out a message. We helped you get rich. We helped you get rich. Whether it was through my promotions of multiple albums, 20 plus, and our team, or whether it was Black Rob and his relentless touring. Because when Black Rob was popping, you wasn't rich like that, nigga. Matter of fact, on a Bad Boy remix to Whoa, Black Rob says apparent level of lyricism that a lot of people can't just reach. He said, I put the whole label on my back like, whoa. Because nobody was fucking with Bad Boy. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. It was this coattail in this area. When Puff did that, when that shooting happened with J-Lo and Sean and all that, they wasn't fucking with Bad Boy. Nobody was fucking with Bad Boy. We still was coming into the office. Because we was still fucking with you because we loved you, nigga. You don't know how much I looked up to you. And then to have shit end up like this, it's like you finding out Santa Claus ain't real. You know what I'm saying? It's like you finding out Santa Claus ain't real for the first time. It really broke my heart. I said, damn, it ended like this, but I ain't over. You know what I'm saying? I found a new niche. You know what I mean? And I hope Black Rob does too. So I just want to tell everybody in the audience, because y'all did it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw out my own shit too. But I want to tell everybody, if y'all see Black Rob throw up a GoFundMe or see Black Rob, you know, got a cash up or something like that, throw something to him, man. Because I know what's going on. Black Rob, y'all don't know about this. Black Rob had a situation where they accused him of robbing a hotel room. Why? Because he ain't had no money. Why is this if he's on tour with you, Puff? Even with us, y'all gave us per diem money. Remember? Let me see what everybody got to say in here. I just like what people got to say. What's going on, Star Pepper? They're not going to get back to their communities. They're not going to get back to the communities because it's all about this mentality. Mine, 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 mine. Y'all, listen, and I got to talk to y'all too as the fans and as a people. Y'all niggas need to wake up too. Y'all living in this fantasy land. I understand a lot of y'all ain't never seen that before, whatever. I'm going to tell y'all straight up and down. The average artist don't give a fuck about you. Okay? The average CEO don't give a fuck about you. They have at least 3 to 4 people that on a daily basis comb through the social media, comb through TV on a 24-hour basis to find out what's popping and what they can attach themselves to, so it appears like they give a shit. Yesterday, Puff wrote a letter to GM because of fucking what? Who gives a shit about them fucking cars? Nigga, if I'm fucking struggling, I'm not going to GM to buy a fucking car. What the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? You writing letters to GM, nigga, write some checks out. Because if I was a billionaire, I'm just going to put this on where I live at right now. I know the black population here. So the numbers, I looked at the numbers or whatever. Based off those numbers, I could probably give, if I was a billionaire, I could probably give each person $20,000. Nigga, that's when you a champ. So next time that you ready to spend $1.8 million on a fucking video, a fucking promo or something like that, why don't you do what Drake did? Remember that Drake song? Huh? Drake took the budget of the video and gave it out to people. Don't you try doing that with some of your own. People like Black Rob, people like, man, I can keep going. You hate these people that much, or you think they hate you? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I can go way harder than this with some of the information I know, but like I said, I'm not no tattletale, I'm not no snitch, I'm not none of that. So I'm gonna end this shit like that. But if y'all see Black Rob, if y'all see, if y'all see Black, I was going to say G-Dep, which a lot of people don't know, Black Rob was G-Dep's artist. I mean, G-Dep was Black Rob's artist initially. If y'all see Black Rob with a GoFundMe, any of that stuff up, please donate to that and help that man. You know what I'm saying? That's the most I can do. I ain't got no money to give him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money to give him. You know what I mean? But I just find this odd that the same shit that I've been on here talking about for months now, 5 months now, is now the reality of him and many other artists out there that's scared to get up online and talk about what the reality is. Reality is a lot of y'all contracts went back to 3-4 labels, you know what I'm saying, 3 or 4 individuals, and because of that, your residuals are cut down, meaning the income that you get yearly, monthly, quarterly, or whatever, and the checks is cut down significantly. So if you don't get what I mean, the average spend right now garners you about 5 cents or something like that digital wise, and I don't think people buy too many physical CDs anymore. So at one point, when at the height of everything, and I say towards the ending of it, there was a place called Virgin Megastore. I'm gonna give y'all an example. There's a place called Virgin Megastore in Times Square. Many people that know it know exactly what I'm talking about. It's now Forever 21 for some odd reason or another. This Mega Forever 21, which realistically, the space and of what Virgin Megastore was and that Forever 21 just don't match up. But that's another thing. Well, those CDs that used to be in there, if it was a double CD, and I think the last one I really remember like that, I think it was Big's last double CD, and then it was somebody else. Bone Thugs' last double CD, and it was somebody else. And when I saw that last CD, I remember the price on it. And the price on it was like $14, $21 for the deluxe edition. Everybody remember the deluxe editions? Those things were about $14 to $21. So you chop that up 3 ways, that's a lot of money. That's still about $4 to $5 for each artist when you chop down. Now you fast forward and go, and there's no trajectory of actually telling this at the time. You fast forward and you go into, let's say, 2013, 2014. Now those residuals are cut significantly. And the reason they're cut significantly because the margin in the game has changed. Now Spotify is only giving you 5 cents. Now Tidal was doing a little bit better, but it's still nickels on the dime versus dollars on the note. You know what I'm saying? Nickels on the dime versus dollars on the note. You know, dollars on the note would be anything close to $10 to $100. Well, pennies and dimes would be whatever the case may be. Nearest rounding to $1. So it's a very significant difference. As a result, a lot of these artists that were veteran artists don't have the same money they had. Some people are smart enough and they're able to navigate themselves out of things or whatever, but we don't talk about the depressions. We don't talk about a lot of the other things that go into why a lot of artists end up the way they are. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I never had no drug problems or nothing like that, but Black Rob did. Black Rob had drug problems. Black Rob had drinking problems. These are things that he admitted himself. This is nothing that I'm throwing out there trying to bolster him or nothing like that. These are things he put out there himself. And as a result, yeah, that probably contributed to some of his bad health. But does anybody ever ask themselves the question, what were the contributing factors that got him there? And that's where you find your answer. All this online therapy shit that all these, and I hate to say it like this, some of these loudmouth ass men and women get on here thinking they got the answers to everything when you ain't never been. Listen, if you worked at McDonald's all your life or you worked at a blue collar job all your life, no disrespect, but don't hop online and start talking about our industry. You don't know it. You wasn't a musician. The only thing you going off of is what you hear or what you could think you could put together based off watching shit on YouTube. You know nothing about us. Nothing. And if you knew anything about us, half of the shit that you're saying online, you wouldn't be saying it. Because just because you think you're getting away with it now, don't mean that you're going to get away with it 2 or 3 months from now. And if you need an example of that, just see what's going on with Tasha K and Cardi B. Just look and see what's going on with the other one, who I shall not mention, Miss Diamond. You understand what I'm saying? Look what's going on with them. You understand? Oh, I heard about you. Got your puppy taken away, huh? It came and took the puppy, Diamond. Only a few people know what I'm talking about. But oh, Diamond of Las Vegas. A lot of these guys have had their money shrink up because of different reasons, and they've gone into different things. Black Rob is not able to tour right now. That's one of the problems in New York City as far as artists. None of the artists are able to tour right now. And in New York City, I have to say, is one of the vanguards. Now, DJ Self, if you really want to help him out, I know Florida's touring right now, but I don't know if Black Rob can even get on the stage in that condition. That might be another problem, too. I'm worried about this man. Because I'm not going to sit here and watch this man die in front of the camera and don't say nothing. Because ain't nobody say shit for me. Ain't nobody say nothing for me. Not nobody from the team said nothing for me except for Prez. Shout out to you, Sean Prez. You had me working with you before this all started. Remember? Power Moves Makers. Make sure y'all check that out here on YouTube. Power Moves Makers. And tell them Professional sent you over there. Don't say Davin. You can say Davin too, but say Professional sent you over there. BR, get well. Y'all see something pop up with a GoFundMe or whatever, y'all help out BR. This is not a new problem he's got. I'm sure it took him a lot to actually get up the gumption to do that. And I hope, DJ Self, I hope for a fact you ain't doing this to be Chuck. That's all I got to say. And guys, also, if you want to donate to me, the links will be in the description or whatever. God knows I can need it. I don't front and stunt. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers say they got me a new apartment in the weddings, but it's nothing that's happened yet. And just in case I got to bounce, I'm going to bounce. We also got a little meeting today, so I'm going to see what's going on with that or whatever. But your body gets tired, man. I'm tired. Y'all don't know how tired I be. Like, so you know, I can imagine being like BR. BR, I think, got a pacemaker now or something, too. So it's like, y'all just don't know, man. Y'all just don't know. I think BR got a pacemaker. That was the last thing I remember somebody telling me. I don't know. And I hate to say it like this. Out of anybody, Rome, you need to be on this one. All right? I know me and you ain't spoken a minute, but Rome, I need you on this one. I saw that you made a comment, too. I saw it. Let's see what everybody else got to say real quick and we'll get on board for here. Hey, Annette. Hey, Annette, what's going on? I just mentioned you, too, for real. I just mentioned you in this. Yo, let me tell you something. When I was talking about that whole thing, and I don't know how many people heard me say this, but I'm going to say it again. Annette Foster is the only person, I ain't trying to put you out there either, Annette, but Annette Foster is the only person that donated something significantly to me. You understand what I'm saying? Annette donated $1,000 to me. You know what I'm saying? And I still, to this day, have that shit still in my savings account. I didn't even put it in my debit, checking. I put it in my savings. You know what I'm saying? Because pure simple fact, I don't ever want to touch that because I know something rough happened and I got to move, then that's what it is. We are constantly on the move in this homeless shelter shit, so it's crazy. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you, Annette. And I talk to Annette all the time. Annette, I missed your text that day. I was on the train, so I don't know if it came through late or whatever, but thank you for checking on me, too. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for checking on a nickel. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna get that. That's me and Annette shit. You know what I'm saying? Me and Annette not fucking. We ain't dating. Nothing like that or whatever. That's my homegirl or whatever. And I hope the one God day meet you in person and definitely you will be you don't even know, but I'll leave that for another day. You know, one thing that nobody in the music industry can say about me, when I'm on, I treat people good. That's why it was a shot to me when I got fucked up and nobody had my back. So which means that I was basically being used. I used to have people fall asleep on my deck in my balcony at my condo that I lived in for 10 years plus, you know what I'm saying? Tell me I'm lying on that. I used to have people come over, drink what you want to, sure, eat what you want to. Yeah, sure, you want a cigarette, you want that, you know? So I know how Black Rob feel right now. He feel alone. And that's one thing y'all don't know about most of us, we feel alone. So, you know, with my money, I use my shit. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes because God knows nigga, y'all ought to be lucky I ain't smoking crack and shooting heroin and shit. So I buy my little Lucy's here and there for, you know, a little quarter, 50 cents, depending on the store I go to. But I said quarter, 50 cents, excuse me. Store I go to, but, you know, like, nigga, eating is a challenge. Motherfuckers say, yo, just get on food stamps, Nigga, that's a process. You got to fill out for that. There's an appointment for that, all that shit. I'm just not getting that information now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that might help, but they only going to give you like $200. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't tell on the camera, but I'm a big nigga. Like, I'm taller and bigger than you think I am. You know what I'm saying? The camera really does me no justice. You have to be in front of me and you'll see what I'm talking about. But it be some days I only eat like maybe once or twice a day. So that's what I use my money for. It's not for clothes or nothing like that. And as far as clothes are concerned, let me tell y'all a little secret, right? I'm gonna take y'all on a trip with me. Take your motherfucking ass to H&M or go to Burlington. You'd be surprised what you find that motherfucker. I done found shit in there that was pristine for $2, $3, $4. I walk out this motherfucker with 18 items in my bag and I ain't paid nothing but $20. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. BR, you a friend. You've been part of us. And Skinny, I don't know what the fuck you doing, but you ain't shining, my nigga. You look like a fucking mud ball right now. And you need to fix that shit. Now, if you don't have to fix nothing with me, I know you don't give a fuck about me. You don't give a fuck about nobody from Bad Boy unless they're making you money currently, evidently. But this one right here, make some exception. Don't let him die. Guys, if you want to donate to me, it's Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Again, that's Stringer Bell 80. I'm glad to be back here live with you guys and be able to talk to y'all and just say, yo, man, get well soon. Yo, DJ Self, don't be pulling no Chuck shit, man. You known for doing some shit sometimes. So don't make this be no Chuck shit and you just putting BR out there to have him out there, because I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who's here, man. Hey, 305 Capricorn. Just watch the what's your name, mama? Just watch the rebroadcast. Yeah, I'm live finally. Thank God. Hey, what's going on, 305? Annette, I already know, but I had to say it again while you here, so it wouldn't be Chuck. I said it in the beginning of this, so just go back to the beginning. You go hear it here too. It's really a shame all these trials in the music industry. Yeah, it's Lee. What it's basically doing is breaking open the door and letting niggas know, like, listen, the shit y'all doing is wrong. Like, I know y'all want to make, like, the way they want to paint the picture is like we always been on top. This black excellence shit, this, you should have invested. Nobody was talking about investing not even 7 years ago. Shit, Royce Watkins just got online 8 years ago. Hey, J Square, what's going on? Hey, Lee, Inga, thank you for checking in. Star Pepper, that's my what's her name right there. Tina Gay. Yeah, they are, Tina. They are. They have so much to give away. I think I read all that. Facts. What's going on, Roxanne? What's going on? I appreciate y'all. Yeah, man, I mean, it is what it is, you know? So I know ain't none of the other niggas up at Bad Boy gonna speak about it because I know how everybody gets down. Nobody from Bad Boy is gonna talk about this, okay? Nobody that was formerly a Bad Boy is gonna talk about this. So if they ask who was talking about it, tell them it was the nigga from Bad Boy that worked there for 17 years. Links in the description, Stringer Bell 80 on the Cash App if y'all feel the need or whatever. Other than that, Skinny, you gotta start helping your people, man. We the people that help make you rich, you dumb motherfucker. What's wrong with you? And we can help you again. Like, we loved you, man. And evidently you ain't love us back. Later, guys.